pick doing free drive today and Monday, or the last 2 days are coming around. So if you guys have any money, that can come to me, or if you are bringing in any food, that can go down to room 251. So please consider donating. It's for a great cause. So thank you.
Thank you. Your enzyme labs are due today, so if I can grab that first, because otherwise I'm going to forget. Your graphs and your discussion questions. I realized there was a confusion as to whether they needed to be handwritten or typed. I'm sorry, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, but it'll be back to normal. Like, as soon as we stop having delays in November. So whether you typed or hand wrote them, I will take however you did it. Normally, if you type stuff, I would have you print it, but if you forgot to print it or whatever, it's no, if you just need to share it with me, just make sure I get it. Okay? So if you want to make sure your name is on everything and pass it to the center.
Do you want the
I don't get the data. Just the 2 graphs and questions.
Are your questions? Alex, are the answers on here? You have them first. Oh, that graph.
We did some notes, so how about the name is starting? 20 minutes. It's hard to say 20 minutes. Actually, I so a reminder, you have parts 3 and 4 due the next time you have class on Tuesday. The BioGraph, thank you. Activity we're working on today will be due the Monday after Thanksgiving, the 26th, and then possibly the test Thursday, the 29th, but it definitely will not be before that. Anything else? Next, the BioGraph activity we do today has to do with the relationship between enzymes and their effect, in this example is going to be on sugars and starches, which is why we talked about carbohydrates last time. So to refresh you on what we did last time, if you could jot down the answer to that question. What is the relationship between amylase, starch, and sugar? And while you write that down, I'm going to hand out the packet that you need today. Yeah. Yeah, feel free to use your notes on this that we took last time. It should be the same as this. Who's in the music band? You are? We'll come in on Sunday. Bring in Zoe. Did you guys still have practice last night?
Yeah.
Of course.
It was kind of professional.
So another minute to finish up. What's the relationship between amylase, starch, and sugar? Okay, take a minute and share with the person sitting next to you and see how you did. Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Okay, who thinks they have a good answer? What's the relationship? Jeff.
Amylase is the enzyme that breaks down starch, the substrate, into sugars, the product, during a chemical reaction.
Good morning, AHS. Teachers, you may now take attendance at this time. Please stand and face your flag for a moment of silence in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. That is all for today. There is no H-talk, so there will be no further announcements. Have a great day. Thank you.
Jack, did I miss something in this? What did you say after sugar?
Sugar is the product.
Beautiful. How many people had something close to that? Good job, guys. The BioGraph that we do today is going to have you look at what happens to starch both with enzyme and without enzyme. Probably have some predictions about what the effect of the enzyme would be on starch, or what would happen to the starch with and without, but you might actually find a couple of surprises in the data that comes out of the simulation. Basically, you're going to start with a whole bunch of starch molecules, and then the simulation will give you data on how many sugar molecules are produced, and then you can add more starch molecules and see how many sugar molecules are produced, and then you can add the enzyme, and then you can add extra enzymes, so you can play with different variables all surrounding the idea of substrate concentration as well as enzyme concentration. So this time we're looking at how do enzymes move, how would you describe the movement of enzymes, what happens to starch without enzyme, and what happens to starch with enzyme. And then we're going to collect our class data. There's a spreadsheet for you to fill out on our website, bit.ly/level1bio. And then the graphs that are provided at the end of the packet are there for you to plot the class averages. Come out with that. So I will put you into partners. And just like last time, if you remember, you had one computer between the two of you as partners. There's two parts to this. So the first part, where there's no enzyme added, one of you will play with the computer and the other person will read the instructions in the packet. And then for the second part of it, where you add the enzyme, you'll switch roles. Make sense? So when you get into partners, you only need one computer. Wait, you're not in partners yet. What? Okay, the first partner will be Ayush and Alex, and then Logan and Josh, Ryan and Joe, Jackie and Akshay, Riley and Anya, Zephyr and Shreyas, Isabella and Emma, Grace and Miles, Edward and Amitai, Olivia, and Jessica, Quinn, and Ben, what are the odds? And Charlie and Jack. Questions? Okay, go.